Hey YouTube, coming at you with part 2 of building our first mainframe swale in our front pasture and beginning our food forest. Want to apologize for the wind noise on the camera right now. It's a blustery fall day out here, but we got to get this video shot and this swale dug, so bear with me please. Behind me you can see where we got the pink flags in the ground, where in part 1 last week we went ahead and got the laser level out and marked all of our contour lines where we're going to be digging the swale. Today I went ahead and got the laser level out and I positioned it in a different position than what we had last week. And the reason I did that, I want to go ahead and measure the contour lines again, set it up, and went ahead and took the laser level yardstick and went around to all the different flags and make sure that they're all positioned correctly. So now I'm confident that they are. We're going to get the plow hooked up to the tractor and we're going to start digging this thing.
All right guys, been at this here for a little while and it is not going as planned. So I'm just going to kind of give you a shot here. I am just not getting the plows in the ground deep enough to really root some of this stuff up. And I've fixed a little contraption there and added some weight on the back of the plow to try to get it, and that's actually worked better. But I'm having to make several passes at it. I think I'm gonna eventually get it, but I'm just gonna, it's not gonna be going down and making a couple of cuts all the way down the length of the swale like I was hoping. I'm gonna have to keep running over here over and over it to get the depth that I want. And then I'm gonna have to come back probably and clean it up with the bucket, and then maybe make another few passes with the plow. But I'm gonna stay persistent at it. We're gonna get this, even if it takes me into tomorrow. We're just gonna keep working at it. Things don't always go as planned, so we'll adapt. Wanted to hop off the tractor here and just point something out as far as soil quality and everything goes. You kind of look down here where I've been kind of scraping, you know, going a few inches deep there. We're probably about 6 to 8 inches deep in this area right here, and it is bone dry. And I've just made the pass with the first, or in this direction here to continue the swale for the first time here, and you can see the difference here is this isn't terribly wet. But it is moist and everything. We did have rain here a couple of days ago, but you can see the difference between that soil there and the soil that's about, you know, 6 inches below it. That's the whole purpose of the swale. Is we're going to catch all that water that would normally come in, soak the top couple inches, and then flow off the property. All that water is going to come in here and get trapped in this swale and then seep into the soil underneath, so that we can actually have a lot deeper of moist soil content and actually refresh the soil underneath with the water. So anyways, I just wanted to point that out in my observations as I'm digging this. And you know, that's what we want to create. We want to create, you know, moist soil like this down much deeper, and we're going to have to prevent the water from running off to do that. All right, we're morning of day 2, and as you can see, I made pretty decent progress considering the issues I faced with trying to get the plow to work and having to rig it with the extra weight, and even then it still wasn't going very deep. A good portion of this was getting the plow to loosen up the dirt and then using the bucket on the tractor. So we got about right there, and I think you can see the flags. There's the last flag down there. We're about 60% done. So this today should move faster. I'm gonna go get to it. All right, we're construction complete on the swale right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take the laser level, and we're gonna measure in the bottom of the swale and check for level all the way across. I'm not looking for perfect level. The instrument we use, the tractor, is not a perfect instrument for building a swale. So as long as we're within a couple of inches all the way across, I'll consider it good. We've got about 8 to 9 inches of drop off from the front of the swale to the bottom of the swale. So even with a couple of inches of variation along the way, as long as we're pretty good all the way across, that water will flow in and settle out across the swale. So, all right, let's go get to it. All right, now I've checked it for level and everything. I think we're pretty good to go. So now I'm going to come back and take the tractor, and we're going to kind of smooth out the downhill berm here. I like to avoid coming back with hand tools and doing it. So depending on how well I can do it with the tractor bucket, you know, it may save us some work here. But I'm just kind of pull it and just kind of flatten it out in this direction. And then this will be where we plant our trees and bushes and everything. And I'm going to come back and seed it with the seeds that have been soaking. Down here on this end, I'm going to go ahead and try to push the dirt around. I want to make sure that we're not, because my driveway is right here, right behind the camera. I want to make sure that we're not having any overflow in this direction. I've got an overflow on the other side, and I'm going to build a seal over here for overflow in that direction towards that gully. But I don't want any overflow coming in this direction. So I'm going to kind of bend this around this way, and we may even take where I built the seal over there. I may even take some of that berm and bring it over here as fill dirt to kind of make this mound a little taller, a little wider. Got everything smoothed out. I did have to come back with manual tools there with the rake and the hoe and stuff and kind of level everything out, but we're getting the hay down, covering everything up. I sowed the seeds. I did not have enough seeds to cover up. I managed to make it to about right here with the seeds on the swale, and I started down there because that's in the sun. This down here is in the shade. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get some more cover crop seeds over the next couple of days, get them soaked and get them out here. But we're getting hay down the swale. I wanted to show you here the seal that I built. Let me back up a little bit so you can see the difference in elevation. You can see here, drop down this side, drop down this side, and then I just kind of compacted it here with the bucket and drove over it with the tractor wheels a few times, just tamped it down a little bit. And what that'll do is when the swale fills up to where it would normally fill, if we get more rain than what the swale can hold, this will basically be an overflow area for it. And I'm going to go ahead and seed that as well. All right, guys, we're all finished. Let's just kind of transition here as we kind of walk the swale. Got it covered up with hay. And then you can see it still goes all the way down to the end. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So, you know, a couple things didn't go the way I planned. First off, you know, just trying to get the plow down in the ground. The teeth weren't digging in the ground like they should. And, you know, I was able to make the best of it. Ended up taking longer than what I wanted, but luckily I'd given myself 2 days to do what I thought was gonna be a one-day project. So I guess the lesson there is always give yourself a little bit of cushion. That way you're not up against the wall and you're able to get something finished if it ends up going south on you. And then the second thing is I just didn't have enough seeds. I had enough seeds to get about 70% of the swale covered. So I'd ordered them off of Amazon via Amazon Prime. So I'm gonna go in there here in just a minute and order some more and have them shipped overnight. So say probably about 2 days from now, I'll be able to get them back out there probably one evening after work. So I'd like to have them go ahead and sowed now, but you know, that's the breaks. We're showing rain about 6 days from now. So hopefully I'll be able to get the seed sowed and then we'll check it out on the first rain and see how it does. Hopefully we'll get enough rain that doesn't wash it out, but you know, allows it to be able to perform its function. So it's been 2 weeks since we constructed the swale. I'm still editing all the video that you've seen before this segment, but I wanted to go ahead and add this part in since I was doing some filming today. As you can see behind me, we've got the cover crop come up nice in the swale. I'm really satisfied with that. I just wanted to show you guys how that looked. We sowed about 60% of the swale. The day it was constructed, I had to order some more seeds. They came in, they shipped there on the Monday, came in on the Tuesday, soaked them overnight, came out on Wednesday and sowed them. And then on Friday, we got a nice good rain and everything started sprouting and germinated. And it's taken off really nicely. So I wanted to go ahead and toss this in here at the end and just kind of show you a little bit more of an after than as soon as we'd finished. I'm really satisfied with how it's gone. We've gotten quite a few days of rain, nothing real substantial as far as a heavy rainfall event that's going to fill up the swale. We've just had a lot of drizzle and you know, some sprinkle for you know, a few hours at a time, just the light rains, but nothing real substantial. But I have noticed that in the bottom of the swale, the soil there is actually quite a bit more damp than it has been as far as like everything else goes. So some of the water is making its way down to the soil. Of course, everything here was extremely dry whenever we constructed the swale, and so having all that moisture soak in and everything, it seems to me like the swale is doing its job. So really satisfied with it. Look forward to our first major rain event to see how much rain we actually catch and how much it actually fills. But when we do that, we'll actually get some video for you. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching. I am the Tactical Homesteader. We'll see you next time.